An even 60 yards on the ground. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Defense showing blitz.
No. Check. Patriot. Let's go.
In motion left, the tight end. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Now receiver in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
We got it. We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Watch it now. Over. Kill. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. In motion left, the tight end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game. Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Let's go. Good. Back to Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Complete to right. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throw left side, complete. It's right. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now they try the right side here. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 41-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Weaver. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he is going to feel that one knocked down hard right around the 26. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this.
Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Escaping the pressure right. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. Leopard! Leopard! Over! Gone! 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 Over! Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! All right, here we go. Detroit!
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Watch it now. Look at this. All right, now look at this.
Now a handoff looking right. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Leopard! Leopard! Over! Hurry up, here we go!
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
No, check, Patriot! Over!
In motion, the tight end. On first down, Weber. Trying to lay one up deep. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 19. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Weaver. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Running left, it's Fournette. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Leonard Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
2nd down following the run. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go. Blue, landed. Blue, Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Here we go now.
To throw on second down, Weber. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Gone. Leopard.
Operating from the gun, Weber. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 62 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep, find some space, and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Now they try the right side here. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Fournette. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And they'll send out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a handoff looking right. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I'm without speech. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? All right, so 1st down, 5 yards to go. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Call it a gain of 4, leaves them with options here on 2nd and just a yard. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right near the 39. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 7. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now back out comes the offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go now. 3-19. Back to Detroit.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Detroit! Let's go!
Here's Fournette. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They got 8 yards out of it, but they're still left with a 4th and goal from a ways out. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is indeed good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.